Hello, folks. Welcome along to a bit of Rail Fan TV. Hold on, let's get that all up and running again. There we go. Train Simulator doesn't like me tabbing out to other screens, you see. Anyway, good evening, good day, good morning, good afternoon, so forth. I'm joined this evening by Jamie. Say hello, Jamie.
Hi everyone.
So Jamie's new and ever so slightly nervous because it's his first stream. But he joins us as the new junior community manager. Now, we were going to do Frankfurt to Koblenz this evening because it's out today, but I didn't get the code until it was too late to install it, and so we're doing Jamie's favourite line instead, which is the Arosa Line. So if you were hoping for something German, have something Swiss. It's almost similar, but not at all similar. So this is what we're going to be rolling around on this evening. What is it that you like about this line while I reload it? For someone who's not played it before, what's good about it?
So the RHB is a fantastic network of meter gauge railway. I think it's one of the biggest in the world. Correct me if I'm wrong. And the Arosa, including the Arosa, the Abulla, the Bernina. They're all fantastic routes. Some of them have got UNESCO World Heritage, and I've been over twice, luckily, and seen it for myself. So they're just so scenic and just good fun. They're lovely lines. And it's such an interesting route to see all the different routing stock. So, for example, like you'll have an Allegra with vintage bogie stock, and then also with like goods wagons and freight stock. So you've always got a variety on the RHB.
You did a fantastic job there, because someone very astutely pointed out in the chat that I'd moved your window and was halfway showing the logo of some flipping YouTube joker. So that's all right. No, you're all good. No, it's me who's hosing it, but people are used to that. Right, okay, here we go. We're all set and we're off and going. So we're going to do the descent today. No, the ascent rather than the descent. So let's crank that into a bit of forwards. I'll tell you what. Let's open the doors. That's always a good place to start. But let's open the. All right, doors don't seem to be interested in opening, so we'll assume that they're all fine then. Let's give that a dab of. Would you just please sit where I want you? Thank you. That's all good. I've got the power on. What am I not doing? Why are the doors not open, Jamie? Come on, this is your favourite route. You should know everything.
I don't know. I haven't played with the Allegra yet.
Well, okay, all right. In that case, welcome aboard welcome to the party. This is business as usual. I've got to get that all set up in the correct way. You can't, no, Tony, you can't do the all downhill from here joke. Although it has to be said, on every subsequent time I've done this, I have broken it. So this would be a new record for just how quickly I'd broken it. It's always my fault. Hold on, main switch. That's off. Right. Main switch on. Thank you.
Yeah. All
right, what have we got here? That's pantograph options, and yeah. I reckon they're are we up? That one is
the end one.
That one is right. Yeah. I only care that one of them are up. Do we got anything else here wants to play with? There's a lot of buttons going on here.
There is.
It's basically a spaceship. No, I think we're good. All right. Well, I'm going to try the doors button once more. No, clearly nothing. So I tell you what, we're probably in a siding or some such. Let's.
Yeah, you have to pull forward. Yeah.
Let's crank it off now. That's me e-brake and regulator, and so forth. Take that off. There you are. Got it. That's all right. I've got it all working now. Easy. Nice electric number. Has plenty of torque. Lots of get up and go. So we've got 0.3 of something or other to go through, and then we'll stop at our first platform. That's why the doors weren't opening. This looks like a stop.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Although this dude's lost interest, he's probably seen that it's me driving. Tell you, you can drive these in future. I'll be the one. I'll sit there just making clever comments and stuff.
Yeah, that's
Right,
fine.
there you go. Just bang the brake on a bit.
Yeah, it's
Possibly
weird because
even overshot there. Those lights look promising though, so that's all good. Right, doors. There you are. All right, smashing. It's working. Good. And it sounds like a 377. Does it sound like a 377?
I'm not sure. Should well, it would sound like I think they're a bit more Stadler, sorry. So
A bit Stadlerish.
Yeah.
Okay, so look, I mean, for people, nobody knows who you are yet. So this is everybody get to know Jamie kind of a stream.
Yeah.
Talk to us about your interest in trains. When did you first get into it? What are you into?
So first started off probably when I was youngster, starting off with Thomas. For most people, that's probably how it starts.
Thomas, nice.
Yeah. And sort of grew into then becoming a volunteer at the Norfolk Railway through the junior club, which I've had the opportunity to drive locomotives, sort of 4MT, B12, 9F, Class 25, things like that. Also at the same time, I opened a YouTube channel. At the time, it was called the Trainmaster 97, which was a long while ago. It was about 10 years ago now.
Right.
And from there, that grew into a big channel, which was mainly Thomas model railways and railway videos. And then I've sort of changed the channel a bit, and I've opened a new one called European Steam, and that's purely a railway channel now.
Okay.
Which I travel the world, so videos of steam, basically.
No, nice. So what attracted you to come and take part in this kind of business? So, have you played much Train Simulator before, or is this all new to you?
No, well, I've had Train Simulator since 2012, and played. I've made Thomas remakes for one of my channels, and I did that for a little while. I've been so used to the simulator. I've recently been playing Train Sim World 2020 and now Train Sim World 2. But I think for simulating, really, I started with trains. Started with that at first, and then moved on to Train Simulator, and never moved back to trains, and moved to Train Simulator.
Okay,
So,
good. So, I mean, you said this is one of your favourite routes. What are the others that you like?
I like the RHB as a whole. So you've got the Albullet, the Arosa, the Benina. I also like what the other routes I've been trying out recently. But yeah, it's mainly the RHB. The Gotthard. I've been playing part of Gotthard.
Classic.
Yeah.
And what is it that appeals to you with that region in particular?
So when I was young, I was watching a TV program called Swiss Railway Journeys. So when I was growing up, it was always on the TV. Ever since then, I've just been fascinated by Swiss railways and the technology. It's amazing to think that when in 1920 the Swiss were electrifying some of the network, we were still having things like Flying Scotsman, the Stirling Single, things like that.
Yeah.
So the Swiss were far more advanced than what we were in this taste of technology, and it's quite incredible when you see the amount of infrastructure that they had to build in order to make railways in their country, and just the scenery. My nanny and granddad have gone over to Austria every year for about 20 years, I think they did. So anything, the Alps regions have always been interested in the Alps regions railways.
Nice. It's not letting me open the doors again. No one's interested. Right, stuff them. I'm leaving. No. I did not open the. You did not tell me the door was open. The little door open marker wasn't there. Oh, that's rubbish. No, that's no good. I told you I break it every time. Can I lower the train volume? Yes, I'll lower the train volume. Have you had a chance to play any Train Sim World?
Yes, so I've played Train Sim World 2020. I think the routes I mainly played on that was the one with the peak in. I forgot which one it is. The peak on the 47 and the 101 unit, and I've forgotten the name of that route off the top of my head.
Tees Valley,
It might be Tees Valley, yeah. Yeah.
or Pen, South Pen, North Pen, Trans Pennine.
Probably Transpennine. Yeah,
Right.
that's in BR. They're all in BR blue. That was Train Sim World 2020.
Why would you not give me audio options in here? Why? Why would you do that? All right, okay. No, if I want to turn the game volume down, I'm going to have to go out and do it from the big menu. All right, okay, fine. We're going to the big menu. You keep talking. Cover for me, Jamie. I'm tweaking things.
So yeah, and Train Sim World 2. I'm really getting into that. So Bakerloo Line, I'm loving that. That's brilliant. I think it's something I've always liked, underground lines, and it's lovely to see it sort of simulated in that way. And I think it's nice to be It's nice. I do love Train Sim World Classic, or Train Simulator Classic, sorry. But when you go over to Train Sim World and just being able to walk through the platforms and walk around the yards, it just makes it that much better. You know, it just makes it more real. You know.
Yeah. No, I get that. Someone was asking, have you given Sandpatch Grade a go?
Yes, I have. Yes.
I see. That's a train right there. See, I mean, I like all this Swiss business. It's all good, but for me, no. You want something a little bit more, mighty.
Yeah.
To just put the flipping lights on. Just. I don't know why the mouse controls on this are so fiddly. Right, okay, yeah, right now I've got to turn some stuff off, which is that, then turn some stuff on, which is this, and we should be rocking. Okay, right, I'm going to burn some points here just to get us situated early on.
Yeah.
Right, there we are. Okay, and then we can pick it up seamlessly, and it'll look like we've been bang on time the entire time.
Yeah.
There you go. Right about here should do the trick.
Yeah.
Go on. We've maybe overshot there just a smidge. But it's okay. It's all right. It's all good. Isn't this on the roadmap for TSW2? Yes, it is. This is this version is made by Rivet Games, and they're going to do a remake of it for Train Sim World 2. We don't have a date on that, but it will be along in due course. So Jamie, for those of you who weren't around for the start, Jamie is joining us as the junior community manager, looking after all things trains. And at the moment, you're pretty much hip deep in technical reports for TSW2. But we're going to turn you loose on Train Simulator, given that you know the game very well. We'll turn you loose on TS as well, because. We haven't paid enough attention to Train Simulator in the last couple of months, and that's partly my fault. But no, there is no but. No, that's my fault. So now that you're here, I can make full use of your expertise to make sure that people remember that we do love the Train Simulator.
Yeah.
There you go. We've been having requests for the whistle.
Very high pitched.
No, it's got emotion built into it.
It has, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, okay, so good. Hopefully you guys are checking the forums. Yep. Yeah, we read everything that turns up on the forums. We don't always get the opportunity to reply, but everything is read. We'll take it all in and then tell the people who need to know what they need to know about what's being said on the forums. Sometimes. We need a little bit more information, which is usually when we'll jump in. So there you go. Yeah. No, we miss very little. Taking care of the forums is kind of a big deal. Is there a Dovetail Games Discord? There isn't a Dovetail Games Discord, but there is Train Sim Community, which is very active and full of very decent people. Occasionally me too. not that I'm suggesting I'm a decent people at all. No, I just go in there and allow people to just throw things at me for a little while, and then I leave again. They don't know, because it's full of very decent people. Yeah, you see, it's clear that I've overshot. This is one thing that Train Sim does, that it took me a little while to figure out exactly what was going on. If you overshoot a platform, it will make you wait longer at that platform, basing it on the assumption that people have to walk to get to the train. However, given that I was supposed to stop about here, and I have instead stopped here, I think it's being ever so slightly overzealous. Look, that chap there, he had no problem at all. He managed to get the job done. Right, okay, let's proceed in an orderly manner.
Yeah.
We're allowed to do 20. I'll keep it.
Yeah.
Keep it 20. I was not throwing shade at the Discord server. I like those guys, and they're mostly pleased to see me when I turn up. So that's all right. It's a good opportunity to get stuck in, basically, and have a slightly more informal chat. But if you've ever got comments that you want us to read, stick them on the forums. We're there every day, which is occasionally it can be like, oh, I'm going to go check the forums, but sometimes. Most days it's like a spring morning. Yeah, yes, it is. It's full of joyousness. Anyway, you're going to get to live there, so that's going to be great. I'll give you lessons in how not to upset people. Basically, don't post like I do, and you'll be absolutely fine. Right, I've got a bit of time to make up, so I'm excusing myself for speeding by a couple of kilometres an hour. Because it seems reasonable to do so. This has got 3,000 horsepower, so be careful when ripping it. I know it's got plenty of pep. I approve of that, but we're going to be going uphill, so we're going to see how much that pep actually manages to accomplish when we get the opportunity. Any news on patches for Sand Patch? All right, so we've got. This is Train Sim World 2. For those of you who are here for Train Simulator, apologies, but obviously as TSW2 is new, we're going to have a fair few questions on the subject. So patches are inbound. We will have detail on patches, plural, on what they'll contain in the roadmap update next week. It takes a few days to get a patch ready to deploy. So once you've got fixes done, it's not just a question of press go. No, there's a little bit of time lag in between having it ready to go and actually going. So we're going to try and put as much as possible into the first update before we put that out, and so on. But next Tuesday, you will have Adam and I will turn up, and we'll tell you what's occurring. Hold on, I had the brake, and then I decided it wasn't braking, so I put the accelerator on. But look, I'm absolutely banging this platform. So I'm going to press the doors button like that, and then I'm just going to wait. The doors thing is saying nothing at all, but it's clearly open. The door is clearly open. Now, do I need to wait for the door to be clearly closed again, or can I push a button to make it close?
It'll probably close automatically, I would have thought.
Well, they do automatically. But we'll see. No, it's all good. Dallas, what is the problem that you're having? Just out of interest, if you're having some wheel slip issues, then actually there are some methods of driving that might help you get going. Because what we look for in the first instance is a problem that everybody's having. You've missed it, son. You're going to have to run if you want to get on. I am prepared to drive with the door open. I mean, the game's not thrilled about me doing so, but I will do so. No? Okay, guess not. Someone got on the train, so tram. Call it what you will. Light railway. Whatever it was, we did, and they did. And so it's all good. We're allowed to do 25 now.
Yeah.
Does the window open? No, bingo, it doesn't. No. Oh, hold on. Does it?
Hang on,
yes,
it does.
bingo, it does. Just that.
Just probably just
It's
that
giving
one.
me the little hand symbol of it's doing something, but it's not doing anything. So that's all good. You don't stop here. I stopped there. Someone got on. There was a little platform thing. Now I know that that's a stop on demand service, but I saw some dude waiting there, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna just park up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the RHB actually have their own lighting system. So on the signals when you come in, there's actually there's a request button on some of the stations. So
Right.
when you press the button on the signals, it will come up flashing. I think it's flashing to say that you've got a request to stop. So the driver already automatically knows when he's coming into a platform.
Right. Okay. You're having a contact the signaller and they don't do anything. Gotcha. Right. Okay. Well, I mean, if you've reported it via the forums or via the tech reports forum particularly, then that will be under investigation no matter what. Yeah, the light doesn't change. You go through it and fail. Been there, done that. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know that specific one on Sandpatch, but if there's a red signal to go through, I have been through it. The train is scared and the kettle is boiled. The whistle's a big hit in the chat there. The signal was having a laugh. I'm speeding. I'm making up for lost time. The passengers will be okay with that. And frankly, doing 3 kilometres an hour over 30, I think yonder fat controller will not yodel at me too hard. I think he'll be fine. See, this is great having you on board, Jamie, because these will be all new jokes for you.
Yes, they will.
Everyone in the chat has probably heard me make them about 1,000 times, but there you go. Yeah, you got the same problem as well. Okay, well look, we'll definitely get into it. Am I going to fly a train today? You can't rule it out. I mean, expect the unexpected. How far have we got to the next station? 16 kilometres. Oh, I can take it easy. This is just a driving section. Right.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, we'll have a dab of this.
Yeah.
Marvelous. No, I like a good driving section. That's all fine. The whistle on this train is actually Matt seeing a spider in VR. I think that's what Matt's doing on his holiday now. He's got some time off and he's basically just going to spend the whole thing in VR. There you go. Yep. Never fails to deliver that one. Don't stand on those bits on the top. It says not to. It's dangerous and unsafe and what have you. Hey, I like this. This snaking through. No, I'm all in favour. No, yeah, it's very good. Okay, hold on. Ian's dropping the funnies in. It finally went swimming today, but social distancing. There wasn't any water in lanes 1, 3, and 5. It's polite to laugh, Jamie. Okay, don't feel obliged to only laugh if you find it amusing. Oh, crumbs. Okay, we've got quite a bit of a bubble going on here, so we'll do this. I'd love to see this line in real life. It's spectacular, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the only bit of the RHB I haven't actually been on personally.
Okay.
But most of the other parts I've been on, so I've been lucky enough to have steam there as well. And the Crocs, which should be coming up to 100 years old, which for an electric locomotive is quite incredible, really. But yeah.
Well, yeah, you're talking very early electrics at that point.
Yeah. But they're very. It literally does they've got 2 long ends with a. They still actually have they have coupling rods basically. I can't remember how they're exactly used or why they have them, but they're articulated as well. So the ends articulate, which is quite incredible.
So Forza Horizon. We're back on TSW again. Forza Horizon 4 driver says, can liveries please be shareable? I'm seeing so many images of good liveries, and all I can do is write my name on it. Okay. One would think with your Forza Horizon experience you would be a master at the old livery creator, but no, I too have seen a great many spectacular copyright infringing liveries, and that's the problem. is because we work on a fully licensed basis where we get agreements with individual train companies to use their liveries and their logos and so forth. We have to be very, very strict when it comes to livery designs and what we can share. I think it will be maybe a smidge miraculous if we even put liveries that infringe on other rail companies up on any of our shared channels. We love to promote what you guys do, but we may struggle with legitimacy. Now I'm wheel slipping like a bandit here. Hold on, there you go. Let's ease it back a little bit.
Yeah.
And then just no, still wheel slip. Look, this is normal weather. You shouldn't be having wheel slip issues, especially when I'm not absolutely thumping it. There you go. Right. All right. 50% throttle. We're slowing down.
That's very precise. You'll be so.
Give it just a dab more. We're still wheel slipping. Now, obviously, there's trees, and Matt would be thrilled at all the trees. But there's trees all over the flipping place. I'm going 3 kilometres an hour under. I know I'm going under, but I'm wheel slipping, and that's no good. I'm hammering it. Well, okay, look, I'll tell you what. I'll grip it and rip it and see if we can get any more speed. Nope, just spinning away. All right, okay, let's ease it off, or the chaps in the maintenance shed will not thank me. I did find a sander. Hold on. I'll see if that gives us in. That's the main switch. That's not the right one to twiddle. I found it earlier. It'll be here somewhere, unless it was on a different train. Can't rule that out. No, it'll be. It'll have a button saying "sand" in French and or German.
Yeah. Depends on what part of Switzerland, because they speak many different languages.
I know. The Swiss, they are ruddy complicated when it comes to picking a nationality for themselves. And I guess that is therefore the hallmark of being Swiss. Right, no, hold on. Main switch, no. Reverser, no. That's the headlights. That's the thingamajig. That's this. Going down this one, pantograph. Yeah. Nope. Okay, that one. Oh, what are you? No, that's the wiper control.
Wiper control, yeah.
No.
I think it might have been on the other side, where the loco with that white switch near the telephone.
This one? That's the cabin lights.
Cabin lights. No,
that's not the same thing. No, I know that. You see, that's something I'm aware of. Right. What's this one? Let's acknowledge the ZS just to be on the safe side. Hold on, sander. Right.
There we are.
There you go. I'll hold the sand button in for all I'm worth, while absolutely thumping it. No, it does not want to play ball. I tell you, I finished one of the first time I played this. I broke it halfway down, couldn't get it restarted, but the train was just inching forward on its own because obviously gravity was giving me a solid. It's in front of the throttle. No, I've got it now, but it didn't accomplish much. Fine, we're doing 29 then, and a bit. If it levels out a bit, I'll give it the beans. Doesn't change the fact that I've got cruise control on. Have I? I didn't think I did. Cruise control is a little flippy lever, if I recall correctly. What are you? You're the air brake. Yeah. No, it's there we go. Oh, okay. Hold on. I've got the speed limiter on.
Well, now you're speaking up quite a bit.
That's fine. Thank you. Yeah, no, that's it. No, I've set my target speed a little bit higher, and now we've not got a problem, other than we're going a bit quick. But again, got time to make up. Right, fine. Flipping safety systems. Yeah, that's it. Thanks, team. No, that's good. This is why we read the chat. Because it wasn't wheel spinning at all. It was throttle controlling. RHB have it on by default. I said, okay.
Right.
Okay. Well, come on, you should have known that.
I should know that. Yeah.
You should have been able to spot that and go, oh, I know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
you joker. All right. I shall now endeavour to get us to the correct speed. Is this the same as the workmen blaming their tools? Thank you, Dave. Dave throwing in a C for there. That's all good. Am I blaming my tools? No, I'm not. I'm blaming the Swiss. There you go. Because there aren't any Swiss in my house, and therefore I'm likely to be okay at just being slightly mean to the Swiss occasionally. When this comes to TSW2, will it be a DLC? Yes, it will. It will be a standalone pack. But as with everything else, you can use all of the bits and pieces and the route with whatever loco combo you fancy. So if you fancy taking this for a spin, this would work quite well on the underground. I think it might be a little bit tall, but on the underground it might fit the purpose quite nicely.
And it'd probably fall off because it's a different gauge.
No, not if you switch off the rails on, which is a slightly weird piece of sentence construction. But no, you can stick whatever you like wherever you like as long as it fits. It only has to fit into the platforms or into the different stops that you have to make. But you can stick it everywhere. If you didn't see me chuck in an ICE down the East Coastway last week, whoo, that was quite something. Of course, in the test run, I got the ICE up to 180 miles an hour and hit a bridge, and it was a bit of a disaster, has to be said. So I slowed down a bit when I did it for reals. Forza Horizon 4 driver fell out of the Bakerloo line. Nice. That's not easy to accomplish. Blame the Toblerones. There's nothing wrong with Toblerones. Toblerones are fine.
Nice.
They're perfectly acceptable. I mean, they're quite hard going if one has not properly regarded their teeth as a young buck. The Toblerone there can be a little bit of hard work, but ultimately, you know, it's a confectionery worth having.
And
yes.
Lint, don't forget Lint.
And what? Sorry, pardon?
Lint chocolate.
Lint chocolate. Well, you see, that's the antithesis to the Toblerone. Would this Roco run on other maps given its meter gauge? Well, this is exactly it. Train Sim World 2, for those of you unaware, has a mode in the scenario editor called Off the Rails, which will allow you to run anything anywhere, even if you're trying to run something like this, which is a smaller gauge and electrified. If it doesn't have the right gauge, doesn't have the right electrification, doesn't matter, it will run there. So if you just if you've got a favourite train and you just fancy running it somewhere else, ooh, you know what I want to do? I want to run a Class 101 on this. Ooh,
yeah, that'd be fun.
Going uphill, that'd be a nightmare. Even though the 101 will only have kind of rudimentary adhesion physics applied, I imagine it's going to be absolutely hellish to get it up here. I can't wait.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh no, that's a date. I am ready to rock and roll with that. Yeah, no, that's gonna be fun. Yeah. Or, you know, an SD40 would be quite pleasant to stick up here. It's obviously going to clip through the tunnels like an absolute wizard. But beyond that, I think it'll be splendid. Do it now? I can't do it now. It's not available yet. We're waiting for our friends at Rivet to. I mean, they're doing the Isle of Wight first. Once the Isle of Wight is done, then they'll put all hands to the pump to get this working for TSW2.
And it will be out with a different loco as well. It'll be out with the GE442 rather than the Allegra.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, when a DLC comes up, I won't be allowed to do it as my first stream. Although that said, we will have the full community team by that point. So I'll only be involved in the streams when there is important business. You'll get to do all the regular happy streams. I get to do the important business streams. So I could volunteer to do a happy stream on the basis that something just went bong And I reckon it's the platform coming up asking us to stop.
Yes, it probably is. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll clear that one through the T-boy, and I'm sure that'll be a flyer. Who's the chap that sounds like Matt? I don't know. Do you sound like Matt? I didn't think you sounded like Matt.
I think it's, I don't know. Is it the microphone?
If this is Matt, he's like Matt having been through some kind of rejuvenation strain. He's somewhat younger than the professor, and I don't think he's got his doctorate yet. So no, this is Jamie. Jamie is joining us as the new community manager on all things trains. So he's come along just to get his first stream under his belt, and it's going well, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've only had to restart once, and then figure out that you were no help. But you know that's all right. Okay, right. Brakes. This is a platform. We're stopping here. That's it. Yeah. Go on. That's it. Come on. Near these green lights. That'd do. I can almost hear people watching just going, they're signals. They're not green lights. What is wrong with you? All right, there you go. That's a gentle stop and a bit. That is.
That's lovely.
Right, I've opened the doors. Yeah, there we go. No, doors are definitely open. I heard a bong, so I've stopped. I'm assuming I've been summoned.
Yeah.
If that is not the case, well, blame the system. Yeah. Hopefully Jamie can do the routes with PZB on. It's in his contract. He has to. He has to have CIFA, PZB, LZB as well, if it's available on that route. He is not allowed to duck out of any safety system at all.
Not allowed to grip it, am I?
Read your contract. Right. Okay. Let's crack on. But yes, we've got more new community people next week. I say more. One new community people next week. So I'll be doing another one of the Meet the New Community People streams. That's nice. And then we're still looking for one more. There's going to be 3 of you, just to cover the job that I do. Just going to take 3 of you to do it. Yeah. I know. If only they paid me the same that they're paying the 3 of you combined. But hey, that's okay. No, I don't mind that the slightest. Crodgers, you've done. Sorry, C. Rogers. I'm going to call you Crodgers. I've called you Crodgers often enough that I'm going to. You've done a review of TSW2 on Steam. Oh, okay, thank you. I'll give it a look a bit later on. And honestly, I don't need to know if it's a good review or a bad review. As long as you've taken the time to think it through and give a considered opinion, that's the bit that matters. Because it's one of the best places we can go. Call you Chris. I will not call you Chris for the simple reasons I will not remember to do it, and therefore you're going to be called Crodgers because that's your name. I don't leave you. I'm not leaving you. I'm just going to drift back into the background a little bit and work on bigger stuff. Oh, well, I say bigger stuff. Work on other stuff, not bigger.
You're going to be like that Homer Simpson shot where he's moving back into the bushes.
Exactly that. That is the exact manoeuvre I am intending to put. Unless you are saying that I somehow resemble Homer Simpson, in which case you are a cheeky young scamp who, in their second week on the job, has got a bit of a nerve.
No.
Just saying. Just saying. I'm just putting that out there. Moggy wants to be called Bernard. See, Chris.
Everybody's going to get nicknames now.
No. Yeah. We can't do that. Mertker loves the streams. See, and that's why he doesn't want me to go. They don't want me to go, I should say. One should never assume. No, there you go. White Fury. You too are a cheeky young scamp. There is not that. I mean, check the dude for starters, and the absence of jaundice. And I've got a beard for crying out loud. I mean, honestly, what? Come on, man. Am I moving on to fishing games? They're trying. They are attempting to. They've made me do a video for the fishing team, and I was told afterwards that I was maybe a little bit too enthusiastic. Ho hum! I tried to find it earlier on actually, because I went like, how enthusiastic was I? Because you know you can't help yourself if you've got a video that features yourself, grip it and fish it. There's mileage there. Yeah. No, I know. I actually think you can just go grip it and rip it as the means of casting. I think that's pretty straightforward stuff. Have you tried fishing yet?
You mean no?
Oh, we'll have to sort you out with a copy of fishing. No, you get to live all of the delights of having a stick with some string on the end of it, and you know, pitting your mind and wits against that of an aquatic animal, which is very high risk for me to say here, because I'm sure we've got some anglers in the room as well. Can we see you stretch its legs? Do what now? Nice speeding score. You know, we try. I'm making good time.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I'm giving the passengers a bit of a thrill ride, because they're going to expect that we're going to fall off at every corner.
Yeah. They have got some sort of. They've got a massive amount of acceleration. Just being on one. The people.
Merker is suggesting that they still need a dance from me, and I said at some point that if the video didn't work, or if the sound didn't work, I would tell them everything they needed to know through the medium of interpretive dance. But the sound did work, and therefore, no. Red leader of that. I mean, that's that's absolutely, and Moggy as well. That's absolutely the way to think about it. Is I get a negative score, so that when you drive this, you can get a positive score. It's a zero-sum game. It calculates the scores on a curve based on everybody who ever plays it. See, so if I play it really badly, it makes it easier for you to do perfectly. You're welcome. You know, I could actually use the speed limiter to set up a speed that is somehow appropriate. Where's it telling me what I'm doing? There we go, over there.
Yeah.
That's 35, just over 30. Right, now thump it. How does that look? 32 and a bit. Alright, here you go, train, drive yourself.
Yeah.
I'm going for a brew. Well, he's not asking me to press buttons on a routine basis. I basically switch it on and clear off. It's a lovely job. Easy money. The ICE on this route would be an experience. I don't think it'll run on this route. The difficulty you have is that you've got to be able to fit the train within the stopping markers on the route that you're running. So if you're having difficulty getting your ICE to run where you want it, check the length of the stops you want it to make. That's the point, actually. I keep meaning to run the ICE up Sandpatch Grade. I think that's, as a bit of scenery, that's going to be really quite something. Yeah. Really hope this route comes to Train Sim World 2. You are in luck, Red Leader. You are in luck. It is already on the road map. And in case you didn't catch it earlier on, we've got the first road map update going out next Tuesday. Oh, yeah. It'll be an entirely fresh article. We're doing a fresh one each time. That way, you can track back through the previous ones and see how stuff has changed.
Oh, you can see the flashing lights there, man.
I can see the flashing lights. Someone's pushed the button. Thank you, Jamie. Yeah. Good knowledge. No, I approve of that. No, that's good. All right. Let's bring her on in. No, we don't need to look at my happy, smiling face there as I tootle along in my little red train. There you go. I want some kind of, swanky extra. That's really not the camera angle that I'd hoped for. Right, give me some 8 and zip it in. There you go. Brakes, lots of brakes, more brakes. Oh yeah, you've got throttle for days, but when it comes to putting the brake on while going uphill, it's a load of rubbish. That said, I am using the integrated brake rather than applying anything else. Most of the doors are in the platform. I'm sure it'll be fine. Maybe it's the platform on the other side. Oh yeah, no, look, that's an open door. That's an open door. Okay. All right, we're not going anywhere till that closes. There we are. This is not Train Sim World. You're quite right. This is Train Simulator. The conversation has swerved into a bit of Train Sim World there on a regular basis because it just does. It's inevitable given that the game is fairly new. Right, there we go. This could be a nice shot, you know. Hold on, let's line it up. There you go. This is how I spend most of my streams. Right, and off we toddle. There you go. Just watch it slip off into the distance there, with a bit of a whistle. And we're speeding. Nah, we're not by much. I've got my speedo set to something respectable. Hang on, let's give it some of this, and I'll no, I can't do that while I've got this angle on. That's all right. We're under limit again now. I thought this was TSW3. Lols. Yes. Right. Yeah. Good. Right. Yeah. Right. So yeah, we were going to be covering Frankfurt to Koblenz today, but I didn't get it in time. I do like to run the route before I show it to you, the great discerning public, because it's only sensible to do so. Yeah, and therefore it didn't turn up in time, I'm afraid. This is not a brilliant piece of dynamic camera anglage you've chosen here, game. Oh, hold on. She's going to be coming around the mountain.
Yeah.
Here we go. Wait for it. Oh yeah. It's a nice model, this though.
Yeah, it's lovely.
It's very nice. And look at all the trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt will be gutted. He loves a tree, doesn't he? Very much into his trees. Extra special effort has been done. Oh, hold on. We've got a request from Zoe. She would like to see the train exterior again. Okay. That's Mike the T-Boy with a special request. Oh, there we go. That's the best I can do on short notice, but I'll do some more exterior shots. Because trees, all the time trees, nothing but trees.
Peekaboo, there you go. No.
Yeah, I'll do it when we're in the station again. We'll have a good talk. Moggy says Mike, milk and no sugar, thanks. There you go. Whether Mike the T-Boy gets on that or not, we'll just have to see. Jafar needs a hatchet to chop down the trees. I think some kind of buzz saw attached to the side of the train would be delightful. If the train derails and flips over, would it be known as a Swiss roll? Thanks, tomato pluckers. Your contribution is valid. Oh, wonderful. Do a speed test. No. Normally, I'd maybe be a little bit more inclined to allow a speed test. However, given that I've already fluffed this one once, not this time. Right, okay, we need some 8. Sure, we'll have a bit of a ride in a carriage in a moment. Afternoon. And then just stick that there. And brakes. We're doing barely walking speed. Who fits a flipping engine that will let you go like warp speed and then doesn't give it brakes that allows it to stop? Madness. Hey, it actually turned out to be a pretty decent stop, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. White Fury. Why in TSW2 can't you choose something like the AC 4400 and some passenger cars on off-the-rails mode? Because, well, you already know the answer. What you want to know is why. Did you say why? You did. Knickers. Okay. Well, I'll tell you. The reason you can't do it at the moment is because you're stuck with fixed consists. And Scenario Planner it's a first edition feature, so we wanted to make sure it worked as much as possible. Appear to be going backwards. Just putting that out there. Hang on, I'll stop us. I appear to have put the reverser on the wrong way.
Yeah.
because everybody knows that W and S is setting the reverser and not forwards and backward. I play too many first-person shooters. Right, okay, that's all right. It's okay. Let's try that again, but better. There you go. Still, it's nice to let it. It's nice that it'll let you do that. Approve. Right, full thump, please. There you go. Right, good. Anyway, we were saying, yes, so you've got fixed consists at the moment in the scenario planner because we wanted to make sure that it works as much as possible. And when you're combining routes and locos that were never really designed to work together, unexpected things are likely to happen. So we want to see what those unexpected things are as you mad geniuses in the community start just flinging this up that, basically. As far as features go in the future, we have an open thread in the Creation Centre forum at the moment. If you've got ideas for what you would like to see as the scenario planner evolves, get your eye and ears in on there, and it will form the backbone of a design document that is stage 2, or more likely stage 3. Have I missed it, or am I just in a really good position here?
I think you might be in a really good position, Hank.
Yep, really good position. Right, hold on. So you just want to muddy the lens ever so slightly. Oh yeah.
Perfect.
Picture postcard.
Yeah.
So yeah, you are stuck with what you've got right now, but over time it will evolve into something a little bit more interesting. One of the things Dave gives that an 8. Okay. Did I already drive the Bakerloo line on stream? I did do it on the stream. No, you see, the Bakerloo line came along after it was decided that I was the wrong person to be driving the routes while we were trying to show people how good they were. It's sad, but it's true. I know we're all disappointed. I don't doubt that Mike will assign me the Bakerloo line fairly soon, won't you, Mike? Won't you? I'll do Peninsula Corridor tomorrow. That's not a Bakerloo line. I haven't had a chance to show off my underground skills prowess. Thank you. What do you mean maybe? Don't give me maybe, son. I'm doing you a solid by doing this. Just, go on, give the people what they want. By people, I mean me. Right, big timer. Hi. It's kind of run the jewels, that one, but not quite. It's a bit of fist bump, smiley face, thumbs up. It's a good emote collection. TSW will not adopt. Hold on. Who asked about the editor? I haven't answered the editor question for ages. I didn't see whether. Here we go. Red Leader. The main advantage to TS is that you have a full editor, so there's lots of content. Yes, absolutely true. Completely true. Because having a full editor available makes the entire ecosystem for the game democratic. It means that anybody can go get stuck in, and if they apply themselves, they can make beautiful and amazing and weird and wonderful things. Train Sim World does not have a full editor, and the reasons are multi-part. As you know, I've said this a few times, but it's one part technical, one part legal, one part commercial, and the upshot is every step we've taken forward with the editor for public consumption. We've taken 2 steps back as we've discovered more problems, so we've decided not to pursue that anymore. But if you are an established modding team and you feel like getting involved in Train Sim World, then get in touch with our partner program, because we are looking for teams of competent builders to build new stuff. But it has to go through the partner program for legal reasons, and probably a little bit of commercial reason as well. But it is what it is. We know the shortcomings, but at the same time, we know the hurdles. So sadly, the shortcomings and the hurdles won, and that's really all there is to it. Would you work with Humble together to create a Humble bundle for Train Sim? Yeah, we did last year, actually. We put a really big, it's very popular too, we put a really big bundle together with Humble. And what I understand is it was pretty successful. So there's a pretty good chance we'll do that again in the future, but nothing to talk about today. So, expect it when you see it, and if you don't see it, Wow, don't expect it then. What train are we driving? Jamie.
So it is an Allegra, an RHB Allegra built by Stadler. Um, I think they're all 3-car units. I think there might be some 4 cars, I'm not entirely sure. They're to replace some of the more older locomotives, and they've been around for a few years now. But yeah, they're very fast accelerating locomotives, very, very powerful. I think they're probably one of the only units in the world, as far as I'm aware, correct me if I'm wrong, that they can pull coaches as well as have the strength to pull a full set coach length, as
So
well as themselves.
they have the power to do it rather than it being a coupling issue.
Yes, yeah.
Right.
So they can haul sort of eight coaches as well as themselves, which I don't think they're all. I'm not aware of any other units in the world that do that currently.
Brakes are rubbish though, Jamie.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just saying. There you go. There, Jamie there, drop in the knowledge. Now, I mean, that's because we've given him easy mode because he knows quite a bit about Swiss trains. Later on, basically, if you do your homework before each stream and just have a few factoids randomly, you can't have them all in one place, right? If you have them all in one place, it's obvious you're reading them. But if you have them in multiple places around your camera, it can look like you're just being thoughtful, and then you can effectively become Encyclopedia Trainanica, which is probably a thing, and if it isn't, it should be. Right, there you go. No, good knowledge there, Jamie. Good work. Glad I brought you along.
Yeah.
Hold on,
Something interesting about the RHB as well. So the Arosa would have been built. I think it was built after steam had finished. So when they built the line, they actually used the highest percentage grade without using rack assistance.
One moment.
So they.
Apparently, I've got 200 metres to go, which means I've either overshot, but there isn't a platform here. I mean, you've got a bit of dirt. There's a platform there, in which case it's routed me up the wrong flipping line. Hold on, well, it didn't seem to be too bothered about me going backwards. I'm gonna just back it up a little bit and see if that's the case. Trust me, I'm at one with my machinery. You were saying, I do apologise for interrupting.
No, it's all right. So basically, the Swiss didn't want to use, or the RHB builders didn't want to use rack assistant on any parts of their route, which is the pinion wheel in the middle of the rails. So what they did was they found what the strongest or the heaviest gradient they could use with the locomotives. So steam, they worked out the percentages the same with the electrics. So the Arosa looks steeper because it was built so that electrics could run straight on it, but steam wouldn't. So they knew exactly the heaviest gradient they could do without slipping, basically.
All right, I'll put an emergency brake on. We're there though. I'm gonna let people off if they feel like it. Let's see if they feel like it or not. This is my usual downfall, is the emergency brake. If I can, flipping. Where are we? Zoom out. Right, and then there we go. Right, have I got any doors open at all? This is what foxed me. We're basically chucking people out on the dirt.
That's what they do.
It's wrong. No, it's just wrong. Swiss signals are simpler than German ones. Hold on, successful stop. If you say so, sunshine. Please proceed at 10:49 to your next timetable stop in Le Ceruti. When the signal is clear for departure. All right, step 1, find the signal.
There it is, right in front. There you go.
Yeah, you see, the problem though, is we are ever so slightly clipping over onto the other side of the track. So I'm going to firstly get the emergency brake off like that. I'm going to turn the power off, let it have a moment to think about existence, and then turn the power back on again. Then we'll stick it in reverse ever so slightly and just ease it on back there a little bit. There we go. That's it. We wouldn't want to be in anybody's way, now would we? There you go. Right. Okay. Good. Why are we not on the new Frankfurt Koblenz route? We're going to do it next week. I tried. If I'm streaming a new route, I want to make sure I played through it first, so that I don't spend the first 10 minutes going, oh, buttons. Now there will always be a certain amount of buttons, but you don't want to look like a complete Charlie. And unfortunately, I got the route too late for me to do a full test on it today, and so I let Jamie choose the route, and he's chosen the Arosa Line instead. So apologies, we're not doing it today, but we will get to it next week. Yeah, that's my fault. You can blame me. Don't blame Jamie. No, not Jamie's fault. He chose this one. It's a very handsome route, this one. He's new. He's largely blameless in all situations at the moment. He's not been given the opportunity to do anything wrong, so that's all good. Right.
Massive violence coming up.
What have I missed? I don't have a clock in my room. I don't have a watch. I also don't have Twitter on my phone to see when the live streams start. Is that a Sheila or a Shella? Can't make out the font's a bit wonky. I'm going to go with Shella because it looks more like Shella than Sheila. No, we start at 7 p.m. UTC on the days that we start on. Typically, we'll do at least 3 a week, but Monday, Wednesday, Friday is typical. This week we've done Monday and Thursday and Friday. And Mike had a scheme, and that's the scheme that we came up with. So next week we're on Tuesday, definitely, because Tuesday's Road Map Day. Ian, that's not nice. It is not Jamie's bedtime. He's a full-grown man. He just looks young, and because you look like a withered old saddlebag, that's no excuse for being mean to the young peoples. He doesn't mean it, Jamie. He doesn't mean it. Sound a horn? Well, I would, but you're not going to be thrilled.
It's not a horn, it's a whistle.
It's nice though. I wonder if they use a whistle, because obviously operating in an alpine region, there will be periods in the year where avalanches are a possibility, and therefore the resonance created by a horn may be such that it is more likely to trigger an avalanche than something high-pitched.
I didn't think of it like that.
Well, that's the way my brain works, is I put 2 and 2 together and make ice cream. So I couldn't tell you if that was accurate or not, but that's my supposition. Alternatively, maybe it works better in a directional fashion. So you know how white noise, for example, it doesn't reflect as much as any kind of tonal noise does. So if you've got, I'm going somewhere with this, all right? So bear with me. So if you've got an ambulance, for example, if it's got a traditional kind of ambulance siren going on, and there's a lot of buildings in the area, it's really hard to tell which direction it's coming from because of the sound reflections going on. So if you use white noise instead, the direction is much easier to pick off because white noise doesn't reflect as much. Where I'm going with this is, one wonders if whistles similarly don't reflect as much as a horn does. Because obviously you've got hillsides and so forth built up along the side of your old whatnot. And Tony adds horns scare sheep. I'm not entirely sure that's pertinent, Tone, but thanks for contributing. It's good. Thanks, Dave. See, Dave thinks it's a good theory. Yeah. No. See, I'm quite happy to be wrong because I just made it up, but it feels fairly plausible to me. Right. Oh, I see. We're now once again. JP's very pleased of saying that it sounds like Matt upon seeing the spider, so he's thrown that in for seconds. Yeah. Matt's on a VR holiday. Yeah, probably in Star Wars. That's what he does when he's not doing trains. He's all Star Wars all the time. Although we were talking about Star Trek the other day, so there you go. There is that. With these Puma skills, I ought to work in management consulting. Thanks. Oddly enough, right. So, Star Trek, not Star Wars. Yeah, I know, but I threw Star Wars in there because I knew it would be an affront. Both the Professor and I do have just a little bit of trek going on in there. Mikey, he's just there. You go. See, Mikey's late, but he stopped to say welcome to DTG.
Oh, thank you very much, man.
Yeah, he'll be yelling at you later for something you haven't done. So but right now, he thinks you're great.
Yeah.
So there you go. How long will the stream be? Well, just until we finish this route, which should be relatively soon. We're coming up on. I'm going to get. For some reason, this is not tripping off my German pronunciation quite as effectively as most things do. Lizziruti. See, that feels more Italian than German, despite the fact it's got a cheeky umlaut in there. It feels like it's got more of an Italian influence.
Yeah.
But hey, what am I doing? Who am I to say? Map, please. Yep. Okay. Yeah, we'll do. Definitely. Let me just stop first. As is so often the case, the stops have proved to be the most challenging part so far.
Yeah.
Hold everything. What's occurring here? Well, there you go. You were saying it's a multi-unit that pulls extra stuff. This one's hijacked a couple of wagons of coal, and we're going backwards. let's not do that. More brakes. More brakes. More. Fine, have the emergency brake. Just stop, will you? Jamie, this train's got rubbish brakes. What's good? Am I just not applying the right brake here? We do have other brakes available. We've got the air brake. Let's wang that on as well. I've also got the vacuum brake. Have some of that too. There you go. Have flipping all the brakes, and then stop being so finicky. And I'll open the doors. Right, there we go. Good. Are those doors open? No. Are the middle doors open? No. Nope. It's still a no at the moment. I know you're looking. I'm looking. It doesn't look. I'll push the doors button again and see if anyone's up for it. We are at our destination. Oh, maybe I need to go a smidge further. Is the tail end of the train not in the platform? No, it is. Everything's in the platform. I mean, this is dangling over a bit of track, so who knows? But it is 0 meters to go to get to where we're going. Couldn't tell you. All right, I'll give it a minute. Yeah. So this route is on the TSW2 roadmap. Yes, it is. Yeah, absolutely. I should be using the air brake. Well, I am using the air brake now. No, CIFA isn't on. I haven't had a CIFA moment yet. So there you go, Geeky Cowboy. There you go, just throwing in another welcome. It's nice. There you go. I'll tell you what. Next time we do this, I won't even look at the chat. You can handle all of it. Oh. You can be man who interacts with chat.
Yeah.
Because it's really easy. Well, okay. No one was getting on or off, so we're rolling. I didn't allow passengers to board. I flipping did. Oh! I gave them ample opportunity. I pressed the door button like there was no tomorrow. Oh, you wretch! Anyway, that brings us to the end of this evening's stream. The Arosa Line, excellent, love it. Very, very nice stuff. Look forward to playing it in TSW2. And it's a fun train to drive, that one. Even if the brakes are rubbish. But that's only because I was using the wrong brake. I was using the in-town brake, you see. That's what I was doing. It was marked as such, the Stadt brake, you see. Obviously, the German for brake is brake. That's how they pronounce it in Switzerland. Great. So tomorrow I'm back with Peninsula Corridor in Train Sim World 2. Don't know what I'm doing with it yet. We might do some Peninsula Corridor remixing. So rather than running daft stuff from elsewhere in the world, maybe we just come up with a scenario or something like that. Don't know. But tune in for that, and you can have your say as far as what we drive and where we drive it and how we drive it. You don't get a choice, I'm afraid. It'll be me, so your luck is your own. And Jamie will be back with us next week. I don't know what I'm going to make you do yet. Bet Mike does, though. Mike's always got a scheme to make people happy. Oh, you can come back when we do Frankfurt Koblenz. That'll be good. Yeah. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday, and we'll see you next time. push the correct button deliberately. Yeah. Cheerio. Say goodbye,
Cheerio.
Jimmy.
Yeah, see you later.
There you are. That's the one.